Bienvenidos de nuevo, chicos, a vuestra clase interactiva de español. Okay, so this is a new module for this lesson, so make sure you've got your Module 5 Knowledge Organizer. And you do not have a worksheet for this lesson, so make sure you've got some paper or your book to complete the work. Using the techniques from the previous module, which was probably before the holiday, when we were looking up words on wordreference.com, I would like you to find the English for the 6 Spanish words below. Once you've found the translations, your challenge is to work out what our new topic is based on. Come back in no more than 5 minutes time and we'll go through the answers. Una ciudad, a city. Un pueblo, a town. Una aldea is a hamlet, a village, or a small town. Un cine, a cinema. Un supermercado, a supermarket. Una cafeteria is a cafe. So, what do you think we are focusing on? Well, we are looking at towns and cities, guys. So the question for today is, ¿Qué hay en tu ciudad? What is there in your city? The learning objective is to describe what is in your town, and we're going to be doing this through listening, reading and writing. Make sure you've chosen the level for yourself today and push yourself if you feel you can go a bit further. Okay, I'm now going to read out lugares en el pueblo, places in town. When I say the place in Spanish, I would like you to repeat to practice your pronunciation. Remember, you can always go back and practice again and pause the video when you need to. So first up, un museo, un mercado, un polideportivo, un estadio, un centro comercial, una piscina, una universidad, unas plazas, muchos restaurantes, muchos parques, muchas tiendas. So, what did you notice about each place that I was showing you? Go back and have a look if you're not sure. And if you're feeling pretty confident about any differences or similarities, let's go forwards. So, at the beginning of each place, there was a little word. And we call this the indefinite article when we are referring to these 4 words. And these words here, they're all to do with quantity. So, unos, singular, plural. A museum, some museums. A shop, some shops. As you can see, they're masculine and feminine, so that's why we've got the change in the spelling and the addition of the S and OS here. And when we're talking about lots more than just some, like a handful, we're going to be using muchos or muchas. Make any notes on this grammar point ready for the next exercise, which is a gap fill. On the right hand side here, you have 6 phrases in English of what these 6 phrases in Spanish should say, but we have blanked out the first word. So I want this sentence to say a swimming pool. Based on this grammar point here, what am I going to go for? Well, I'm going to go for una piscina because it's a feminine noun, and I know that because it ends in A, but this isn't always a general rule of thumb, okay? So some of them you will need to look at your knowledge organizer for. And I know that A or an is going to be either un or una, but it's going to be una because it's piscina. See if you can do the rest in no more than 5 minutes, and if you've still got some time, you've got these 3 phrases to translate into English and come back for the answers. Okay, so number 2, some restaurants, unos restaurantes. Number 3, unas universidades. So this one here is masculine and this one here is feminine. They're both plural because they've got the S at the end. Number 4, muchos centros comerciales, a lot of shopping centres. The clue to help you with this, if it's feminine or masculine, is this bit here. Una plaza is going to be our next one. When we say square, it's like a main square and it's very popular and you normally see them in Europe and they call them a plaza mayor. But in South America, they are called plaza de armas. Number 6 is going to be muchos polideportivos, and this is to help us as well decide on that. And these are your answers for the challenge. Okay. So we're now moving on to the listening and writing part of our lesson. What you need to do is write what I am saying in Spanish. For example, I say, Hola, me llamo Lucía y tengo 14 años. And you write what I say. So I've just said this. Hola, me llamo Lucía y tengo 14 años. And you are going to write that. I will read through everything just once. I'll read through it slowly so that you can pause the video where you need to and you can go back to the beginning, okay? If I say punto, that means it's a full stop. Don't worry too much about accents if you're not sure where they go. Just try and listen carefully and break the words down. Okay? Off we go, guys. Vivo en un pueblo que se llama Horsham, en una casa muy grande y moderna. Punto. En mi pueblo hay muchas cosas que hacer. Punto. Hay un polideportivo con una piscina, 2 mercados y muchos restaurantes. Punto. También hay unas tiendas donde salgo con mis amigos. Punto. Pero no hay un castillo antiguo ni un estadio. Punto. No me gusta que no hay un estadio porque me encanta el fútbol. Punto. That's the end of the dictation. If you need to go back, just rewind the video, pause it, and if you need some support, obviously go to your knowledge organisers. Otherwise, check your work. It's 1 mark per word, so there's 65 words in total, 65 points. And you've got some key vocab to note down here. So there is or there are, muchas cosas que hacer, a lot of things to do, and ni means no. Pause the video and mark your work. And this is your take 10, guys. This is the reading part of our lesson. Imagine this is like a take 10 activity in class. You've got 2 texts from Martina and David. And you've got to fill in the table. So Martina's been started for you. So you've got to fill in where her town is, what there is, if there's anything more than lots of museums, what there isn't, her opinion of her town, and the reason for it. You're filling this in English. Give yourself 10 minutes, and when you're ready, come back for the answers. Okay, so hopefully you have got these as the following answers. So Martina was already filled in for you here and here, just the addition of museums needed. And hopefully you noticed this vocab box here, mi barrio, my neighbourhood, because she says here for the neighbourhood being pretty. Okay, so our last exercise. ¿Es correcto o no es correcto? I want you to decide if the following sentences should be un, una, unos, unas, muchos, muchas. For example, we have the phrase here, unos museos. The English is correct, but is the Spanish correct? And if it is incorrect, this is the only part that will need changing. So, it is not correct. It should be un museo because it's singular. See if you can do the next one. Un mercado, a market. Remember the English is correct, but is the Spanish correct? It is indeed, because un is a or an. Next one, un cine, a cinema. ¿Es correcto? No es correcto. Es correcto. It is correct because of the same reason, un is a or an. Unas piscinas, a lot of swimming pools. ¿Es correcto? No es correcto. No es correcto, chicos. ¿Por qué? It should be muchas piscinas because it's feminine. It's plural, but it's describing a lot of, not some. This would translate to some. Try another one. Una universidad, a university. ¿Es correcto? No es correcto. Es correcto, because we're just talking about one. Next one. Unas restaurantes, some restaurants. ¿Es correcto? No es correcto. No es correcto. Now you're probably thinking, but unas does mean some. And it does indeed. But we want it to be masculine because restaurantes is masculine plural, not feminine plural. Uno centro comercial, a shopping center. ¿Es correcto o no es correcto? No es correcto, chicos. We want it to say un. These two words haven't got an S on them, so that tells us this part singular. Una plazas, some plazas or squares. No es correcto, chicos. It should be unas plazas. Apologies for the typo. It should be unas plazas because we want to say some. And muchos parques, a lot of parks. It is correct because we're talking about a lot or many parks. And that's the end. Muchas gracias, chicos. Hasta luego.